아이고, 자연스럽게 행동해 이 자식아. 누가 갇혀있는데? 죄수가 갇혀있네.
Hello, gentlemen.
이렇게 많어.
Look what the cat drug in. I seem to have gotten myself.
Well, look who it is.
Let's see if we can't
이 안에 있는
sort
놈
this out.
뭔가 좀 특별한 NPC 같은데?
How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my deputy Archibald McGregor.
It's good to meet you.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just... I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit! The Anderson boys! I can't have more scandal!
오,
Well, allow us to help, my friend. Arthur,
Chase wanted, man.
and take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on,
갑자기
big
보안관
guy.
편을 도와준다고?
Perhaps we can
들어준다고?
discuss the foolish magician.
Let's
이게
go
맞나?
after that train. And do not shoot them, you hear me? Come on,
Okay.
hurry.
All right.
Come on, we're losing them.
Will you relax? We're not losing them.
Faster, come on. What's your name, sir?
Arthur
칼라한?
Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please. My neck is on the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best. So what are these fellas wanted for?
Well, the Anderson boys? Robbery, murder, kidnapping.
Oh.
They're the lowest of the
죽여도
low.
되는 거 아닌가?
Looks like a son of a bitch is gonna make. You sure I can't just shoot him?
No, did I not say that?
You've said plenty. What are you waiting for? I'm right here.
어휴, 저러.
That must
어휴,
hurt. Leave them. Stay with that train. The
저런.
train is slowing down to go through the station. Now's our chance. Get to the side of the train.
열차 옆으로 달리십시오. 우리 말 안 지친다.
Get alongside that flat carriage.
열차 옆으로
You
붙어라.
think you can jump on there?
내가 올라 타라고?
Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother.
You are
새끼가
something else.
점프! 자식아.
Bastard.
어시구?
Do nothing.
오우. 안돼, 아서. 천천히.
Get off.
한 놈 컷. 아, 이거 혼자서 5명 어떻게 다.
You hold it right there.
나머지 3명? 잠깐 가져가기 있는데. 아씨. 과일 도둑임에 팔리지 말자. 아, 쫓아. 그 자식이. 어? 이거 멈췄지? 뭐야, 중간 보스냐 너? 자식이. 싸움 잘해 너? 까불지마, 내 모자를 감히. 뭐하지 얘? 왜 그러세요? 아, 나가 떨어지세요. 아파컷. 모자 집어, 모자. 간지를 버릴 수 없지. 카우보이의 숙명이거든요. 나머지 한 놈? 뭐야 방금? 뭐 떴는데? 아, 사과.
Just you and me now, pal.
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train.
와, 냉동고인가봐.
Come here.
나 보안관 아니여.
No need to bother. Let me go. Can't do that.
너 칼 들고 있는 거 아니야? 어허.
Need some gin? Come on. Just
자식이 까불어.
Sure.
아, 이 새끼가
can open the door from the outside.
휘질라고. 아, 막았는데? 도와줘! 허! 좋아, 칼 떨어졌다. 휘질라고. 아, 내 모자를 감히. 우와! 아, 씨, 몇 대를 때린 거야. 개새끼가 뒤질라고.
Hello? Is everything all right in there?
Well, I don't think he's
모자
dead.
주워. 주우라니까?
I won the fight.
모자 주우라고 모자.
Well,
야 털어가자. 지금 털어. 털어가자는데? 아유 뭐 없나? 뭐 없냐고. 없어 하면 또? 2개월 2월인가? 아유 내가 왜 이런 일을 하고 있어야 돼? 아이 돈 줘야 돼요 아저씨.
Bring him out here.
문 더 열어 이 자식아.
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on.
뭐 언제 들어왔어?
Fine job, well done.
네 말에 싫어.
And a pat on the back for me for stopping the
씨발.
train. Load Anders onto the back of your horse there, and we'll take him to Sheriff Gray. There you go. You are a natural. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit.
막 그러면 보안관
I'd
되는
hazard
건가?
a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I
비키시오.
wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields?
그래?
This is part of Caliga
옆으로
Hall,
가주면 안
a big
될까?
estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell
옆으로
you.
가시라고.
The
내가
Grays
절로 가야
lived
되나?
in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people.
불편하게 하네.
My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's
아, 왜냐고 맞춰와.
but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Roads, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the
브레이스
Braithwaites.
웨이트 가면?
Like I said, just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They
나중에
have an
거기
estate
털어야겠구만.
west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like
어?
quite the place
그러게.
you got here.
무기 사용하지 말자 했는데 문제 일으키지 말려고. 여긴가? 왜 그래? 자는 건가?
Here we are.
여기
Welcome
어디야?
to Rhodes. Up
로테
there
다
on your
왔다.
left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family.
이렇게 다 알려줘도 되는 건가?
We
나한테?
also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station.
여기 왔던 데 아니야? 그러면 돈 받으러?
What do you need?
Very little. Oh, good. They're back.
아, 아닌가?
That's
아니네.
your friend, right?
Yep.
왔나?
Okay. We're gonna stop just
완전
ahead on
가기로
the
아니고
right
한번 하고.
outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me?
자 내려.
Come on, partner.
뒤진 거 아닐까,
before he
이거? 이
wakes
정도면?
up. Carry him over then.
Hey, fellas.
가요.
Mr. Gray. We got him.
웨딩턴 나가겠는데?
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here,
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
걔가
I
누군데?
promise you this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Now, I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
well, we're just
깽단한테.
honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough.
Where have you been?
Around,
And where you staying?
I'm
누군데?
renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible,
목사인가?
but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot,
발자국 나는 거 봐.
Grays, and the Braithwaites.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses and falling out over rebel gold and marrying cousins or not marrying.
Arthur, Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like We can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents, some said.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
뭐야?
Okay, so these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur?
아니요,
Or
아니요.
have you had enough of the chase for one day?
One of my hogs crushed half a pig.
가야 되나? 아, 나 밥 먹고 싶은데.
So you
배달
coming
와서.
or not?
일단 가죠. 또 전설의 물고기 있는데 데려다 줄 것 같으니까 왠지.
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? I kind of like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
낚시를 또 배워보자고. 자, 뭐 어쩌라고. 나한테 뭐 어쩌라고 이제. 응? 이제 뭐 어쩌라고. 너 여기서 뭐해? 레들 빨리 와. 늦으면 안 돼.
All right, gentlemen. Follow me.
브레드야. 그래, 빨리 와.
Yep.
가자. 나만 뒤처질 수 없지. 아, 앞에 마사 진짜.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different part. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be
철갑상어요?
rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
그래, 시작이 좋구만. 트렐레니가 뭐야?
Where
아, 뭐야,
is
잘못
the
물었네.
spot, Hosea? Timbuktu?
Not too much farther. Anyway, you two never told me properly about that business with Cornwall in Valentine. What happened there? Apart from scaring the living daylights out of Mr. Strauss.
That was about the only upside. John and I didn't even have time to get paid for the sheep we rustled.
It is safe to say Mr. Cornwall isn't a man to let bygones be bygones.
Ambushed us in the saloon. He came with a lot of guards and what seemed like just about every lawman in the county.
We've had closer shaves, but not that many.
And if Cornwall found us, the Pinkertons couldn't have been far behind.
They found me when I was fishing with Jack, remember?
Listen, it was good we moved when we did, but that mess is behind us now.
Yes. Jack told me you were a good teacher when you took him fishing. I said he must have you confused with someone else.
무슨 소리 왜 저래?
Ah!
Very funny.
This is the spot. Down to the left there.
자, 여긴가? 그래. 뭐 전설의 곰이 있으면 좋으련만. 야,
I saw
낚시하기
some
너무
boats
좋은데?
around last time. Be good to get to deeper water. Yes, over there on the shore.
이 배.
I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come
왜
on.
사람이 있는데요? 아 너무 덥대. 큰일났다. 나 옷 바꿔야 되는데.
All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
I got a good feeling about fishing here. It's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon.
Okay, here
그래
we go.
철갑상어 한번 낚아보자고.
Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
내가 막내라니.
For anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
Enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water.
가자 배
Good
타고.
luck and
야, 이제
stupid fish.
근데 이게 호수라고요?
What about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do too. Keep
가자.
going.
빨리빨리 줘. 와서. 저기가 포인트인가봐. 포인트를 잘 알고 있구만 저 사람.
I think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
와. 빠른 낚싯대 들기.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a
호수형
much better
미끼.
chance of hooking something big.
보자. 철갑상어요. 아, 이거 써야 되는데? 지렁이 써야 된다고?
Like a sturgeon.
Wrong with good old
뭐야 이거 쓴 거 아니야?
worm.
Worms are good for tiddlers.
에? 아 이거?
Like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. Are you trying to make your lure look like a dead fish? They won't be interested if it ain't moving.
Okay, that was a bite. There he is. Arthur's got a bite.
좋아.
Reel him in, Arthur.
왔다고.
That feels like a bite. Ha! Got ya! Damn it, I lost him.
아 RP가 빨리 누는 거구나. 잡는 거구나. 오케이. 저항하지 마. 근데 이게 어디 봐서 철갑상어? 이건 철갑상어 아닐 것 같은데.
Shit.
딴 놈인 것
Got
같은데?
away.
아하, 그걸 놓치다니.
Hey, look at
와,
There you go.
우럭이야?
Well done, Arthur.
꽤
They
실한데?
can grow a lot bigger than that.
뱁스,
Mama told me he
신기해.
once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that.
자, 철갑상어 한번 낚아보자고.
Remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah, you do. He was maybe 20, 21, walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast, toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh,
자,
I remember now.
Then,
빼고.
the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those
좋아한다.
bass?"
저가지 마.
Look, you
많이
can
뺐어.
fish, or you can
아까
go
또
drinking
베스
all
같은데?
day, rob someone.
어이구, 철갑상어 데려와.
Nicely done, Arthur. Got one.
챙겨.
I used to go fishing with this fella
맛이
back in
없대.
the day. Wesley, his name was.
이거 뭐야?
Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river
Eh?
fishing when we see
don't know.
a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Nice, you hooked him.
당하지 마. 우와, 뭐야?
Remember those
sul탄데?
big salmon I caught in Montana
다른데
last
아까랑?
year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never
나 금방
had
딸려오는데?
control of that dog.
He had some spirit.
어디가 이
Lost the
친구야?
puppy in him right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how Blackwater was the furthest
누구니?
east we'd ever been. As a group,
아니, 씨.
I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the
왜
further
너만
east
나와?
we end
베스 그만 나와.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New
아니,
Austin.
철갑상어 언제
after the
보여주실
ferry job.
거예요?
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way.
야, 이분들 얘기 하나도 못
anytime
들었음.
soon. Pinkertons have patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans
Ah.
change. That's just how life goes.
강한이 있기로 올
Did I
때까지
ever
기다리십시오.
tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15
오,
and didn't see
철갑상어가
her
본데?
again. She and I
짧게
didn't
툭 치고 가네
always
그냥.
see eye to eye. I wasn't always a
아,
very
저거?
obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow,
맞다.
even from the grave, she managed
누구니?
to have the
어,
last
뭐야.
laugh.
방금 뭐야 또? 가끔씩 왜 이러지? 빨간색 왜 뜨는 거지? 철갑상 아닌데? 이거 누구니? 베스 아니야?
Getting the hang of this.
누구니? 연어야? 뭐야 홍어? 아 홍어 아니지. 무지개 송어. 아 맞아 송어.
That'll grill up nice.
빨간색 왜 뜬 거야 방금 좀 전에? 기력이 없나봐. 아 기력이 없네. 아, 저기 아저씨들 나 옷 벗어야 되는데 나 너 옷 때문에 체력이 없... 뭐야 이거 송어.
Are you just spectating now, Arthur?
아니 나 옷 벗어야 돼. 배터 좀 벗어봐. 지금 너
Hey, I reckon we
아, 막
call
끝낼
it
수
a
있어?
day, fellas.
철갑상어 낳고 싶은데?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here.
아니 나 철갑상어 낳고 싶어. 나 아이템. 아니 옷 어떻게? 옷 벗어? 젠장.
Then we'll be happy.
이거 먹어. 체력 찬다고 낚시하다가 무슨 체력을 치고 왔다.
Head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back
아니야 나는 나 낚시할 거야.
here.
Good idea.
낚시할 거라고.
Could be
그
useful.
젠장.
What about the horses?
Well, they'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
어디로 가라고? 에? 여기까지 가라고? 배 타고 가는 거 아니지? 자 그럼 왼쪽으로 가서
That was fun. Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
빨간 거 뭐냐? 뱀이다 뱀.
All right, I got one for you.
아니 나 철갑상어.
I asked that gal to give me something.
노래도 부르네.
She says wait till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and
어이구
knocked out some.
다쳐낸다 다쳐.
I wish to God I'd passed her.
내리세요 어르신들. 내리라니까.
Wish to God I'd passed her by.
배 타고 저기까지 가야 돼?
And so did I.
씨발.
That was
아 내려 이 막나이들아. 많이 타고 가야지.
What?
look at us. Three mariners.
저 의의가 없네. 야 브레드. 왜 그래 브레드?
Mariners newly come from the seas. We spend our lives
발 삐끗했나?
in jeopardy while others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, round, around? Shall we go dance this round, round, around? Naked is a bully boy, come pledge me on this round, round, round. We care not for the martial men that do our state's disdain, but we care for the merchants
진짜 아서 체력
that do
진짜
our state's
개 좋다.
maintain. To them
뭐지?
we dance
뭐죠? 아, 체력이 없나? 기력이 없어. 이 아저씨들 나를 너무 막 부리는데? 물 사이 가르는 표현 봐. 노래 개 못하네.
You know, we should not let the folks back in camp think that we had too much fun.
Indeed not.
아, 철갑상어 보고 싶었는데 고르도 있으려나 이 게임? 그래도 빨리 와. 이렇게 또 말 삐끗했다 발. 누구세요? 아, 나 기록 없어. 힘들어. 씨발 나랑 교체 안 해주나? 그래? 저기까지 가야 되나봐. 아, 날씨 진짜. 아, 옷 좀 벗고 싶은데. 근데 진짜 왜 다 옛날 사람들은 이런 모자 쓰고 다녔을까? 다 쓰고 다니는데? 아, 맞다, 우리 집.
All right. I think I mean, we are gonna be okay. I know.
빨리 내려
I
임마.
always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine.
나중에 철갑상어 한번 잡으러 갔다 와야겠구만.
This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Well, I am going to take it.
그러세요.
I'll give
오,
these
캠프에서 뛸 수 있어. 아, 못 뛰어. 뭐지 얘는? 엉클. 퀘스트가 있네. 자, 일단은 여기까지 하고 밥 좀 먹고 와야겠어. 여기까지 시청하시느라 고생하셨습니다.